With the release of OpenAI's ChatGPT Pulse, there is further evidence that LLM providers such as OpenAI are hitting a data wall. So the rapid evolution of large language models appears to be slowing, and we're seeing providers turn to feature-based innovations to maintain momentum. The recent release of OpenAI's ChatGPT Pulse is a key example of that, offering a suite of features that, for many, distract from the core issue. LLMs are hitting a data wall, limiting fundamental improvements. So what's going on now? LLMs learn from data that's generated by you and me out on the open internet. But what's going on right now is that the LLM providers, large language model providers like OpenAI, but there's others out there, Google, Meta, inner LLM provider, a big tech provider there, are hitting a data wall. They run out of data to train themselves upon. So as new versions of LLMs are coming out and hitting the streets, such as ChatGPT 5, which we looked at, we're not very impressed with, are starting to show limitations. In other words, they're not doing the incremental improvements that they did in the past with the different releases. So in hitting a wall, what the LLM providers, including OpenAI, are doing, they're starting to use gimmicks. They're starting to put features and functions into their products that distract from the fact that the LLMs aren't getting incrementally better. And so that's going to be an issue. So the rise of feature gimmicks, providers are now competing on features rather than core model intelligence, so less suggesting the low-hanging fruit of performance gains are gone. So these new capabilities are often flashy, but serve as niche use cases, masking a lack of progress in the underlying model's reasoning and reliability. In other words, as they're iterating through these LLMs and new LLMs are hitting the street, they're not getting any better. They're still hallucinating. They're still providing inaccurate information in some instances. And the reason is basically they're only going to be as good as the data that they're trained upon. And while we're organically creating data now and will be in perpetuity, they've kind of hit a data wall in the fact that data is not getting created fast enough for them to drive incremental value, and value in the LLMs are improving the models for use within the industry right now. So this data wall is real. They're running out of features, they're running out of things that they can do to improve the models, and everybody is figuring that out right now. And so they're turning to gimmicks to, in essence, hide the fact that they're not improving their LLMs. So hitting the great data wall of LLM providers, including OpenAI, have largely exhausted the vast repository of high-quality public data available on the internet.